We are receiving conflicting reports this morning about whether ISIS has been defeated in the last territory it controls in Syria. At its peak in 2015, ISIS held an area in Syria and Iraq almost the size of Indiana. But 4 years later, the militants have lost nearly all of that territory. The final battleground is in Baghouz, that's eastern Syria. For 2 months, Charlie Daggett has been reporting on the U.S.-backed fighters trying to take Baghouz back. He sent us this report.
Well, U.S.-backed Syrian soldiers here tell us there's still some fighting to be done, and that last ISIS camp needs to be fully searched before they'll declare an outright victory. But from what we've seen, it's certainly close. We've never seen battle-hardened frontline soldiers this laid back. One look at their faces was enough to know the final fight against ISIS had just about come to an end. After weeks of airstrikes, heavy bombardment, and close quarters fighting, it's finally come down to this. That's all that's left of ISIS. And it's tempting to describe the scene here as almost peaceful. Without the backup of 2,000 American troops on the ground and tens of thousands of U.S. and coalition bombs from the air, victory would have been impossible. But the bulk of the fighting came down to the Syrian Democratic Forces. What does it mean to you? It's a mix of great happiness and sadness. SDF officer Chiagar Ahmed told us many of our comrades have been killed in this fight. What they lacked in equipment, like using mud for camouflage, they more than made up for with courage. Now, the defeat of ISIS on the ground is a major milestone, but tens of thousands of ISIS members and supporters have melted away, and they will continue to pose a threat to the security of this region. For CBS This Morning, Charlie Daggett in eastern Syria.